Next up, we have a presentation from the latest sponsor of Digital Cinema Society, that's Godox. I think Godox, it's fair to say, they're more established in the still photography world, but now they're getting into motion and cinema in a big way. And instead of a presentation by a salesperson, we're lucky to have a cinematographer with us.
Yep.
This is Nick Dabas. He's New York-based cinematographer, and he's going to tell us about his experience with some of these units, and that looks like their latest, greatest, brightest.
It's the 2400.
Tell us about working with this.
Yeah, so I worked with the 1200 mostly, and it's bicolor. So the one thing that's great about this unit is it's IP54. It's built like a tank, and then also they say 2400, but it's really like 2600. But the best part is it's only taking 2600 watts. So it's like 100 watts, 200 watts shy of a 20 amp circuit. But they recommend plugging into a 30 amp just for having that extra power. And I'm supposed to do a video for Adorama on the 2400, and I'm using the Salty Dog. So I don't have to have any sort of electrician or any sort of generator on set.
We'll hear more about the Salty Dog later.
Yeah.
But that's a battery pack.
That's a battery pack. So it's really impressive that you could even power it off of battery packs. And what I like about these units is that I just shot a TD Bank commercial, and it was snowing out in New York, and we were in this like tiny apartment. So I had to like change from room to room quickly from the outside, and I was able to strike this light on and off throughout. So my gaffer would just like run around different rooms, and we were able to light different scenes and not have to wait for this thing to warm up. And it's also a bicolor, so it goes from 2800 to 6500 Kelvin with no color shifting and no power loss either.
How does it compare to an HMI, brightness-wise?
Brightness-wise, I mean, HMIs are always going to be a step ahead in terms of
Harder
output.
source, yeah.
It's a harder source, but it's really impressive to see like Godox come out with a product like this that doesn't get even hot either. You know, you could run this all day long.
So it's bicolor, but I mean, power-wise, it maybe what, at 2500 or more?
It's like 2600. It looks like that's what it's pulling at full power.
Yeah, but equivalency to an HMI in brightness.
I would say this would probably, they say it's like a 4K par.
A
but
4K, wow.
Yeah, but with LEDs, it's always like, it's at 35 feet. So like, if you want longer distance, you start losing.
Yeah, but that's the neighborhood.
Yeah, but it doesn't get hot either.
Yeah.
So that's the best part about them.
Let's show us how bright it gets up on the wall.
So this is at 13% right now, and this is full flood, so this is 100. And then the best part is all their accessories are pretty robust.
So that's a Fresnel on that.
I believe this unit's going to be 6,500.
Neil asked about the price, but he's not going to ask questions. He's going to save until the end next time. It's okay.
Yeah, the price point I believe is 6,500. The 1200 was 3,500. So I mean they're fairly priced for these units, you know, and for the amount of output you get, it's really impressive.
And this is a brand new unit. Is it available for purchase now, do you think?
I believe it's available for purchase now.
Right.
Yeah.
And let's talk about some of the other lights that they have. I know they have like a blanket light kind of a light.
Yeah,
I don't know what they call it, but
yeah, they have like they have smaller systems like this, all the way from 300 all the way to the 2400. They also have 1x1 hard units as well. They have light mat systems, and then also they have color panels as well.
And tell us a little bit more about yourself and your career.
So I started as a photo assistant like 16 years ago.
So,
but I never wanted to do photography. I just did it for fun, but I just needed to make money.
So that's probably where you got to know Godox, right?
Well, no, we use a lot of ProPhoto. So I didn't even know about Godox until like 2 years ago. And, you know, Adorama asked me to do a video. So I decided, let me just build a scene and try to recreate like a scene from a movie, Mud. And I was actually, wow, I was like, this is pretty impressive, you know, and I could plug it into my house. So that's a good thing.
Yeah.
You know, because as a DP, I'm not going to have a stage to play around with these lights. So, you know, normally we're at a studio and we have house power at the studio. So I
Especially
don't,
for a test.
yeah, for a test. I don't really get to
Promo
play with
video,
like
yeah.
HMIs or like high powered lights. So
Yeah.
whatever I could plug into my house, it's pretty cool to test out.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you, Nick.